Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. I am a behavior analyst and your behavior guide. And today we're going to talk about something very important in the world of ABA. It is called the 7 dimensions of ABA. So whether you're a professional, a student, or just curious about ABA, you're in the right place. So let's get started. So first up, we have applied. ABA interventions target behaviors that are socially significant and relevant to the individual's life. So the goal is to address behaviors that have practical importance and contribute to improving the person's functioning and quality of life. So for example, teaching a child with autism to communicate using a functional language, such as requesting for a desired item, is an applied behavior because it enhances their ability to interact and participate in daily activities. Dimension 2 is behavioral. So ABA focuses on observable and measurable behaviors. And take, for example, reducing aggressive behaviors in a child with ADHD. ABA practitioners would define aggression in observable terms, such as hitting, biting, or kicking, allowing them to accurately measure changes in behavior over time. Next up, we have analytic. ABA emphasizes the use of systematic data collection and analysis to determine the effectiveness of interventions. The interventions are evaluated based on whether they result in meaningful and observable changes in behavior and whether those changes can be attributed to the intervention itself. This evidence-based approach regarding a child's therapy is grounded in objective information rather than guesswork. So we don't just want to implement any strategy because that can definitely take away from more effective strategies, especially when many times families really need practical strategies that actually work. So let's say a teacher implements a reinforcement strategy to increase on-task behavior in a student with learning difficulties. So by collecting data on the student's behavior before, during, and after the intervention, the teacher can analyze whether the strategy is effective in improving on-task behavior. Next up, we have technological. All of our procedures are clearly and concisely described to anyone so they can replicate them. It's kind of like a recipe, so follow the steps and you'll get the same result. The 5th dimension is conceptually systematic. ABA interventions are based on the principles of behavior analysis. So what is actually in the research and not just what is popular or trendy. So if you have a parent that is really into this new kind of trendy technique, is it actually based in grounded scientific theory? Next up is effective. We want to strive for meaningful improvements that make a real difference in people's lives. So if it's not working, we tweak it and adjust it until it does. Also, we don't want to just do an intervention because that is something that we want to do or that is something that we are well trained in. It has to be effective for that person. So really, we want to know that the intervention is working and the ABA interventions are data-driven and really produce meaningful changes in behavior. So for instance, if a behavior intervention plan is aimed at increasing independent teeth brushing or hygiene, and the person is able to consistently use these skills, it is considered effective because it produces the desired outcome. The 7th dimension and final dimension is generality. ABA interventions aim to produce lasting changes that generalize across different environments and individuals. So, for example, teaching a learner about hand washing, you might want to teach a child to wash their hands at home, but eventually you want them to generalize that skill, right? You don't want them to just wash their hands at home or just in one particular spot. You want them to be able to generalize that and wash their hands at school, restaurants, or even the store if needed. So there you have it, the 7 dimensions of ABA. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, be sure to drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. And I will see you in the next video.